Okay, that just crashed on me, so I have to come back. That was weird. I don't know if you guys are going to be here or not, but okay. Not sure if you guys are still here or not. My YouTube crashed on me. So I don't know what is going on. I froze up and it crashed completely. So I started a second one. I don't know if you guys are still in the first one or not. I don't know what's going on. Tried to get back in there. It said YouTube has crashed. So yeah, it crashed completely. The whole stream locked up. And so I guess it just went and crashed. I don't know. Weird. Then when I tried to go back in there, it says YouTube has crashed. I'm like, duh. So yeah, figures. Anyway, I go on here for a little bit. I don't know if anybody will come in or not, but I think there are a lot of people who are already going to bed or leaving or whatever, but who knows what is going on here. I wouldn't doubt it because YouTube's kind of flaky lately. But yeah, it was all of a sudden it went blank, and then when I tried to get in there, okay, thanks. Yeah, when I tried to get in there, it was just like YouTube has crashed. Do you want to send a report? And I'm like, yeah. Part two, yes. It crashed on me. I don't know why. I don't know. Just went blank and froze out. And now it's not even showing anybody in here. It's YouTube. So who knows what's going on. I was actually going through some of these things. I didn't do a review on these ones because I've done a review on these before, but these were for Christmas time. Dang it. I don't know if you guys remember the Dum Dum Pops, right? These are all different flavors for Christmas time. Yeah. Caramel apple, cotton candy, sugar cookie, banana split, hot chocolate. A lot of different cool flavors. Of course, this one, hot chocolate. Caramel apple. Yeah, they got a lot of different ones. Cotton candy. Yeah, all different ones. Mystery flavor. A lot of cool stuff left there. And it's like, you know, they have like limited editions. They have mystery flavor. Yeah, this one's a mystery flavor. Also, they got a couple other ones. Birthday cake. That's the other one. Birthday cake. So yeah, they got a lot of ones out there. They're always coming out with new ones. Like I said, I remember I remember these from when I was little, and I would go to the barber. I don't know if you guys ever used to, you know, when you'd go to the barber, you go get your hair cut, and they would, if you were good, that you got like a treat or something afterwards. And my barber always had a drawer with the lollipops in them, usually like Dum Dum Pops or those little flat colored ones. And it was like, you know, the red ones and the green ones in the plastic, and you know, little cheap lollipops. Yeah, it was either the Dum Dum Pops or like a Tootsie Pop or a something like that. But I remember that was a Dum Dum Pops, and if you were good and you sat still for your haircut, you got a lollipop at the end. Sometimes the dentist would have it or the doctor would have it if you know, didn't cause problem, or if you took your shot. No, they'd give you a little bit of a treat or something. Or sometimes if it wasn't a lollipop or something, it'd be like a little game, like a ring, whistle ring, or like those little games with the little marbles in them. You had to get the marbles in the eyes and that kind of thing, or like a top, or a, yeah, little plastic necklace, or a spider ring, or something like that. Hey, Andrew Dexter, how's it going? Yep. Okay, cool. So yeah, YouTube's been acting up tonight. I don't know why. Kicked me off the other one. So yeah, I was on here for a while, and then it decided to act up. Kicked me out. But you know, that's YouTube for you. They're always acting up. So who knows? But anyway, yeah, now it's not showing anybody in the chat, even though there are people in the chat. So YouTube, you know, showing the stuff from earlier too. It says like there's seven thumbs up, and that was from before. So who knows? But anyways, yeah. So I've been doing some other stuff. I was doing reviews earlier, and my nose is itching. So yeah, I had this one on. Not very much, actually. I've been staying home. I've been working on my reviews. I've been catching up on some TV and videos and other stuff out there. We were talking about well, I did a while ago. So yeah, it's just like a couple weeks ago I did. Kind of got to get rid of the old gray, you know. But yeah, it's just the washout stuff, and it goes out after a little while. But yeah, it's still, this one's cool. I haven't worn this in a while. Yeah, and I still have my other hats here. I got my I still got my police hat. Nacho fries, yeah. Yeah, this is my bunny hat. This one's cool. I haven't worn this for a while. Yeah, here. All right. That's just too cool. And it's got little bunny feet. The little bunny feet. So yeah. Nacho fries, yes, they are good. Now, I bet the nacho fries would be good with this. And ghost pepper or nacho. Maybe that's what I'll save it for. When the nacho fries come out, I will put some of this on it. Ghost pepper nacho cheese dip. But that'll be good. And the Reaper ranch sauce. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have it because you know they got the Reaper taco. Yeah, hey, you know, who knows? Reaper ranch, jalapeno. Yeah, I would try it. I'd put that on there. I tried it earlier. It packs a punch, I'll tell you. I was fine till I took the first bite, and it hit the back of my throat, and it was like boom. So yeah, you gotta watch that stuff. Those super hot ones, they sneak up on you. You don't know about it. I mean, normally when it says like, ghost pepper or well, no, but when I did the review, I actually did a review before and I tried it for the first time and I, open it up and I put the chip in there and I was like, boom. It's like, wow, hot. So yeah, you can, sometimes you don't think about it. You get caught unaware. And that one sneaks up on you. It hits like the side of your throat or in the back of your throat. And it's like, whoa. So yeah, it's pretty hot. But sometimes you get stuff and it's like nothing. You say Reaper sauce or ghost pepper or habanero and it's nothing. But sometimes, yeah, they do, they do get you, sneak up on you. Yeah, the cats were doing pretty good. Uh, I don't know. They've been pretty quiet tonight. Not too much. No fighting, no action, nothing like that. So they've been okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Plus I've been working on watching some movies, catching up on some of the stuff I recorded. Just a little bit. I was working on my last couple days. I've been working on the collab with Critical East Japan. So that's what I've been spending a lot of time doing that, getting that all coordinated. So that took a little bit of time, a little bit of work. Yeah, they can get a little crazy once in a while. Tazzy's been fun. He's been playing on his bags. He got bags on the floor. He likes to play on the bags, paper bags. Likes to chew them. Likes to run around on them, jump on them. Who knows? Yeah, he just does stuff. But yeah, that and I've been working on tonight. This week has been kind of my uh, Asian week. It is 3:04 a.m. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. The last couple of days, yeah, I kind of got to bed a little early because I've been staying up late and I can't do that anymore. Not every night. Even if I have an energy drink, I can't do that. I'll tell you that other night, when I was on here, I was drinking the sparkling wine, and I drank it on here. I finished the bottle off. As soon as I got off of here, that was it. I went to bed and went to sleep. Drink a whole bottle of sparkling wine and knock you out. Like I said, everybody's a little different on how they react to alcohol or wine or something. Some people get silly. Some people get um, sloppy, obnoxious. Some people get loud. I get sleepy. So yeah, if I drink a lot of stuff, my eyes get tired and I get sleepy. No, I didn't put any ice in the wine. Nope, drank it right in the champagne glass. No, no ice in the wine. And oh, you got a hospital visit? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be putting that uh, bubbly up in I don't know, a few days. I got a couple other ones I want to get up first, and then I'll put up my. Yeah, I don't drink hardly at all, so anytime I do, like I said, I get really sleepy. I guess everybody reacts a little different. Oh, you're super allergic? Yeah. Some people are. I know a lot of people, yeah, they get alcohol poisoning if they drink anything. So they can't drink any kind of wine or mixed drinks or anything like that. They get alcohol poisoning. And I don't know, just their system can't handle it. I've seen that happen to some people. So, although they are okay if they just have like one drink, but you know, any more than that, then that starts affecting them. Yeah, same with me. I don't. I hardly ever drink anything. Like I said, I only did that one for the review because it was like a one-time special occasion thing. I don't know. Once I go to bed, I usually don't get up until like morning, like 9 o'clock a.m. I don't know. There's actually a couple things I wanted to try and do this week, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it or not. Gotta see what kind of stuff I can do. Reviews. I'm trying to get a lot of my reviews that I've already filmed done. Hey, Jennifer Keating. Not as much as I used to. I used to read books a lot, but I don't read them online, and I don't having to buy the old-fashioned books. Nah, it's a little expensive, so I don't really read as much as I used to. I'll watch a movie instead, or watch a video on YouTube. But yeah, this is my bunny hat. There we go. That's my fun for the day. Yeah, I got another one and it lights up. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I never watch it, but yeah, they got the Masked Singer. They got all these other. There was a new one I saw on TV today. It was called some kind of dancing, a new kind of dancing show. It was like it wasn't hip hop dancing or something. It was a different. It wasn't Dancing with the Stars. It was like some other kind of dancing show that I just saw was on tonight. Yeah, like I never watched those ones with the Masked Singer or all that stuff. I never really got into that. I tried watching like the American Idol, but then it got a little bit um too hokey for me, so I stopped watching that. They also used to have the what is the Voice, and they had like Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, all the different shows like that. I just can't get into those anymore. Dancing with the Stars. Of course, Big Brother was a big one over there where it started. Do they still have that over there, Big Brother? Big Brother UK, I think is what they call it. They had it here for, they've been having it here, but I know it's like Big Brother UK. And they get into the reality shows. I'm watching Doctor Who. So they're starting to bring back the people from the past. So starting to get the new ones are starting to get good. They had that here a little while ago. Never watched that one. Yeah, Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Um, they've had some weird ones. Yeah, the new Master in Doctor Who, and I was waiting to see what's going to be there. I don't know what's going to happen. Hey, Eric Garcia, how's it going? Hi, Tezzy. It's back. You were sleeping earlier. Don't start anything. You woke up. Come on. Oh, okay. You know what? The one show that I did see that was interesting, they got over here. Uh, they have the one called the Great British Baking Show. Have you seen that one? But they have it over here now. The American version, I guess it's yeah, they got the American version, they got the American Baking Show, but then they also got the British Baking Show, and they have now the new hosts of it are Baby Spice. She's one of the hosts for it. Thought that was different. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, they had the Baby Spice. She's one of the judges in there. And they used to have that Mary. She was a host, but I guess they got rid of her. And then now they've got Paul Hollywood. He's still one of the hosts, one of the judges, I guess. But yeah, so they got into that. Yeah, great. It's one's called the British Baking Show, Great British Baking Show, and then it's also the Great American Baking Show, which is like a American version of it. But yeah, they started bringing that back. It was just funny to see Spice Girl on there, and then someone else, and yeah, they had a whole bunch of different ones, and then where are you going? Bye, bye, Tazzy. That was from the '80s, man. John Biner, old grandma, dirty old grandma jokes. Yeah, they have another. They had some other ones. I remember watching that. It was on Showtime back in the '80s, man. They had some pretty raunchy stuff on there. They had the bigots. They were the family of bigots, and they were always making racial jokes. Oh yeah, like I said, that had to been like from the early '80s. They had Bizarre, and then they had another one called it was on right after it was God, I'll think of it. It had James Brogan, and it was I don't want to say it was zany or something like that, but it was kind of like the Bizarre, and then they had another one after it. And I remember, oh man, back in the '80s on Showtime. Oh man, I remember that one. Aerobicize. That was funny, man. I don't know. I think you could probably still see it out there on YouTube. You want to see something really funny? It was Aerobicize, and it had the girls in the leotard, and they would have the camera real close up while they were doing their exercises, and it would go around in a circle. And it was kind of like softcore porn, and they would be like 1, 2, 3, ha ha ha, and the girls would be there, and it was just them going around in a circle and doing their legs and all that stuff, and the camera was like zooming in and going in a circle from all different angles and underneath, and up above. Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's called the Robosize. Huh. It was pretty funny. So you'd have like a close-up angle, and then they would just have the music, and the girls were in the leotards, and they didn't show their faces too much. It was just the close-up of the body while they're doing, like leg lifts and zooming in on their butts and everything. It's a while ago. I remember that one. Hmm. Yeah, the old jokes on Bazaar were funny, especially the ones where he would do the T-shirt, and it was him and the girl, and they would like have a T-shirt and it would have printed words, and they take off the T-shirt, different ones, and at the end they get to the girl and she'd be topless. That was racy for its time, and they won't put that on YouTube anymore. They'll blur it out because they can't have that on there anymore. I was trying to find out if I could find it like on DVD or VHS tape, but I don't see it for sale anymore. I don't think they ever put it out. Or Best of Bizarre. Jonathan Winter's World, that was another one they had on there. It was Jonathan Winters, and he did like a comedy skit thing. Really? I don't know. They had a lot of different stuff on there. We used to have a show on here. It was on our one channel called USA, and back in this would have been back in like the 90s. It was USA Up All Night, and it had the one girl, Rhonda Shear, and she had all the old B movies, and she was kind of like this little a little show, and she was always like kind of sexy. It was on late night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and all these old terrible movies, cult classics and stuff, and she'd be like on there. And then they had her, and then they put Gilbert Godfrey on there. He was like real annoying. Like, oh yeah, USA Up All Night. Okay, yeah, they probably had like, yeah, different shows and stuff. Are you gonna go up here or not? There you go. Hi, Tazzy. Yeah. He was sleeping till now. Now he wants to come up and bother me. You happy? All right. Don't do that. Stop it. I'm trying to eat the bag. I got a bag of stuff in there. He's trying to eat it. Tazzy, stop it. Being a pain. You already got food there. Sorry, he's getting into everything over here again tonight. Being a pain. All right, that'll stop him. Yeah, Showtime used to have all that. Huckleberry Finn. I think they had Tom Sawyer. Wasn't it like a Disney kind of thing? And then they had a lot of weird kind of series and shows. And what do you want? Stop it. You know what was a good one? Was Showtime back from, I believe it was the 80s. And I think it might have been from, I think it was Showtime, but I think it might have been a UK produced show. You might like this one if you can find it. There was a couple of them. It was called Robin of Sherwood, and it had there was two actors in it. There was Michael Michael Praed and Jason Connery. He took over the part when the other guy didn't want to. They killed the one guy off, and then he was Robin Hood. Yep, I have the one with Michael Praed in the first part of it. I didn't get the second set with Jason Connery, but you can find them out there. They only had a couple episodes, and it was like different ones. Seven, was it the sword? Seven Swords of Wayland and Time of the Wolf and all those different episodes. That was actually a really good show for its time back in the old days. I mean, that was a good. It was a good series. They put it on PBS for a while. I think you can actually find it still out on YouTube, maybe. I actually had the VHS version of some of those, but I don't have a VHS player anymore. But yeah, I got the first half. Yeah, I remember that. And then it had there were some other ones from British actors that were actually in Doctor Who. I don't know if did you remember the one film, and it was an English film, a lot of English actors. It was Excalibur. I remember that one. It had Patrick Stewart. It had that guy from Robin Hood. Yeah, you got to watch that one. Guy from Robin Hood, Robert Addy, I believe his name was. He played in Excalibur, Mordred's son. And yeah, he was in that. And then he was also in Red Dwarf. He played one of the episodes of Red Dwarf. But yeah, they had a lot of people from all those shows and different ones. But yeah, they did they made some guest appearances on there. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, that Robin of Sherwood was really good series back from like the 80s. They used to have Showtime used to have all the good series and stuff back from the 80s. I remember they had like Bizarre, the comedy ones, the other ones. Some of them were pretty good. Could probably find some of them here and there. But I do remember watching Bizarre. I watched some of those other shows that they used to have on there. But yeah, Showtime was the big one back in probably the 80s. HBO was not quite up to Showtime. I think that was like one of the first things we had was Showtime. Back in the old days when we had cable and you got one premium service. So you'd have like the regular TV, and then you'd get like Showtime, or you get HBO, or you'd get I think it was Cinemax, one or the other. And if you were lucky, you got all three if you could afford the package. So yeah, back in the old days, they don't do that anymore. Now you got to get a whole big package, and you got to pay a lot of money for all the premium services now, because they got so many different channels. Like each one will have like 5 or 6 channels. Like HBO 1, HBO 2. I think it's the same thing with you guys. Don't you have like BBC 2, 3, all the other ones, Sky? I don't even know all the different channels, because we can't get them over here. If you're in the US, you can't get the channels that you guys get over there. They don't allow it in our country. So you can't actually get the signal. I don't know why. I guess it's by region they block you out. I guess it goes by your location. So you cannot get the BBC channels over here. Now I don't know if you bought an actual satellite package where you had like an actual satellite dish. I think you can get them there, but you have to pay for that service. I don't know if they still do that. I remember they did in the past. You used to have a big satellite dish and you had to move it actually had to move the dish to receive the channel. You had to move the alignment to catch the different in each satellite had different channels on it. You had to move it to get like a different channel, and then you had to go to all the different ones. It was like Satcom 1, Global Star 2. Remember that? That was a while ago. You used to have the big metal dishes that you had in the backyard. You had to move them and do all that stuff. I think they still do that. But now, yeah, it's cable and it's yeah, cable. Once in a while, you get Dish Network, or you get the little satellite dish, but it's all different. What are you doing, Tez? Sitting there, okay. But yeah, it's all different. Things have changed a lot. I wish they had those old shows that used to be on in the old. And you guys are like the UK is a little bit behind on um, the American shows. Things that were popular, a long time ago. Yeah, Steptoe and Son. Yeah, George and Mildred. Okay, and Three's Company was Man About the House. I know that. Yeah, I did see Steptoe and Son. I actually watched an episode. What was the other one? Oh my God. There was one that I watched. Yeah, I know what all that was about because every time Three's Company's on, it says based on Man About the House. There was one I watched. Oh my God, what was it? It was the pilot for. Can't remember the show now. I actually watched it. It was on BritBox, and it was the one. Oh, I can't even remember the name. I just saw they. It was like a lost. It was a lost episode from like the early comedies in there, and I can't remember the name of it. Maybe you could know about it. It was about maybe it was Steptoe and Son. Ow, stop. And it was the one about the guy. No, it wasn't Dad's Army. The whole episode was. I think it might have been the first episode of Steptoe and Son, and the guy wanted to get fish from the fish and chip shop, and the people were going down there, and then he had a phone outside of his house. It was a payphone, and he was trying to use it, and all he wanted to do was get his fish and chips from the fish and chip shop, and they were going down there, and he never got them because the thing was out, and it was the whole thing, and it was filmed like in front of an actual audience, like a stage show. No, I think it was the pilot episode to it. Because I remember he was like kind of grouchy, and then they had the daughter and the husband, and then they had the wife. Yeah, so I think that's what it was. It was a first episode of it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. I'd have to look on it. It was or no, it wasn't that. It was it was a different one. Can't remember. I want to say no. It was whatever. All in the Family was based on. That's what it was. The British version of All in the Family. Now I don't remember what the name of it was called though. Maybe it was like days. Those were the days or something. Yeah, I can't remember because it was on BritBox and it was like the Lost Pilots or something like that. And I think it was kind of like whatever. I don't know. I don't think so. But whatever um, the English version of All in the Family was, and I want to say it was Those Were the Days, maybe. Because like whenever you watch All in the Family, it says based on the show All Those Were the Days, maybe. But they only had the one episode. They didn't have any more. And I think I looked it up at one point. My mom looked it up or something, and it was on for a while. But they only had the one episode on there. It was kind of funny because, the whole thing was just him trying to get fish and chips from the fish and chip shop. And he was arguing with the rest of the family. And I could kind of see where that was. And he was kind of a grouch. He sat in his chair and he argued with the daughter and he argued with the daughter's husband. And the wife was kind of a dingbat. Not as bad as Archie and Edith, but that was it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Then they had some the other ones on there, and I can't remember what ones they were, but they were the old sitcoms that a lot of the American versions were based on. Yeah, like Steptoe and Son and all the other ones. Yeah, Man About the House and okay, yeah. Whatever there should probably say something like the English version of All in the Family. And I want to say it was Those Were the Days because that was the theme song. I'm pretty sure. Or it might have been something, maybe something different. I don't know the name. But yeah, it's the English version of it. They got a lot of kind of crossovers on that. Yeah, because Steptoe and Son and Man About the House and a couple other ones. But or they were a big hit over there, and then they kind of got adapted into the American version of it. But I did see that one a little while ago. I was just laughing because kept wanting his fish and chips, and he never got them. And they were arguing over what kind of fish he wanted to get, and he was too cheap to have a phone in his house, and he had to have the pay phone out in front. So he had to go use the pay phone out in front of his house, and other people were using it all the time, and so it was funny. Who would have a pay phone out in front of their house that they had to use? Someone took a picture. I think it was Ruth Marie or someone took a picture of a telephone box, a red telephone box out in front of some place over here. It was like the English phone box, the red telephone box. Not like Doctor Who's box, but actual old red telephone booths. They don't have those here anymore. No more phone booths, no more payphones. You used to get in and close the door. They were metal, but those were actually wooden. Oh, that's it. Death do us part. That's what it was. Yeah, it was Death Do Us Part, and it was yeah, that's what All in the Family was based on. And like I said, I only saw the beginning episode. They didn't have the other episodes on there, but apparently there were quite a few. It was on quite a few years. That was it. Yeah, because whenever you watch All in the Family, when they go to do the end, it says based on Till Death Do Us Part. Yep. Well, that's what Archie Bunker was too. He was grouchy, racist. Yep, exactly. That's what he. That's what he was over here, and he, used all the words. Yeah, and I remember he was kind of raunchy for the time. He's talking about the bloody, the bloody fish and chips and all that stuff. So yeah, that was for its time. That was like a big controversial thing. Now you gonna be good? Okay, go to sleep. Put him to sleep. Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. Back in the day, you can't do that kind of stuff now. You can't have the racist jokes or the language or the stuff like that. They just don't allow it. And that's like we were saying. I was saying earlier that back in the old days, the grandfathers and stuff like that. That's how they talked, and that's what they knew, and it was okay. That how they were brought up around using those words. They didn't think anything of it. And now you can't even, you can't even use that word. You can't use that word, and you can't have used that word 20 years ago. Because, 20 years ago, that was not acceptable to have uttered that word in the past. I don't know. Yeah, that was like commonplace. That's how people thought. That's how people acted. They used it. Oh no, it's okay. But yeah, now you can't even have used that word 20 years ago when it was acceptable to use it. You called the old time people, your grandfathers and your great grandfathers. They used that. Yep, it was, and as I said, he used a lot of those kind of words and called them by the racist terms, and that's just what it was. They didn't complain about it back then. It's because old school, the old grandfathers, the old time people that were brought up. That's how they thought, and that's how they talked. Yeah, poof, exactly. And yeah, I mean, it was a little different because of the terms and stuff, but I mean, it was the same thing. They used the racist terms. They used the the kind of crude language over there. But yeah, can't get away with it now. I mean, you know, nowadays you can't say any of that stuff. You have to clean it up. It's because whatever you say is going to get you know objected to by somebody. So yeah, you can't even There was a George Carlin routine back in the day, and he was talking about how you have to be politically correct now, and you can't use certain words to describe things. You have to be politically correct. It's not a manhole cover, it's a person hole cover. It's not a manual. Yeah, I mean, and you can't use names. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, wanker. Well, I was in Married with Children too, but they were the wanker. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Always got a little bit different terms and all that stuff. And I don't see what the problem is. Just words, but people are overly sensitive to them. I don't know. Got to watch what you say. You can't even refer to people by their color. You just got to refer to them as a person. You can't use race. You can't use gender. You can't use skin color. You can't use any of that stuff. You got to refer to them as a person. I mean, you can't even do the thing now where it's like the politically correct version of it. You can't call them African American because then that's wrong. Yeah. Well, back in the old days, that was a different time. It was a whole different way of thinking, and they didn't get all overly sensitive like they are now. I mean, you can't say the wrong thing about anything without someone jumping up and saying, "No, you can't use that kind of language." Yeah, I don't like to do it either, but there are some people that, they have no filter and they just call whatever they want. So yeah, you gotta. I remember there was one time I was at this one job and the one guy used a word to somebody, and I kind of told him, you got to be careful what you say about things or what you say about people, because he was calling the guy a cracker. He's calling you, what's up, cracker? And I said, well, you shouldn't say that because someone's going to object to you using that term. And then he said, what do you mean? That just means crazy. I said, no, it may mean crazy to you, but other people might not take it that way. If you call someone a cracker, that's the white version of the N word, and that's not tolerated. So you just gotta watch what you say. Yeah, and like I said, normally some people wouldn't be. I'm not offended by it, but that's what I told him. I said I'm not offended by it, but someone else may be. Someone that decides to take that the wrong way. So yeah, you gotta watch the terms you say anymore. I mean, someone's gonna object to it, or they're gonna interpret it the wrong way. Think that you're talking bad about them, or you're using a you know bad word against them, and that's not how you mean it. You're just saying a term, or you're saying a word. It is, but no, there are some people though that they don't want to be called that. They don't want to be, and it's kind of bad because sometimes when you're talking to people, you've got to watch what you say or how you say it. because you don't know if that's going to offend them or not. And it kind of makes uncomfortable conversation sometimes because some people take a objection to being called a certain way. And it's like, what? Yeah, do you call them black? Do you call them colored? Do you call them African American? What is the correct term nowadays? Or what is it? Hispanic or Latino or um yeah, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's you don't know anymore. You don't know what's the term to call a person. And now you got to, what is it, the new one now? So gender identify. Yeah. I mean, some of the people now it's identify as a certain gender. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Some people do just object about everything. I mean, you know, they think that you're insulting them or whatever, and sometimes you just don't know how to address them because it's always changing now. You know, they get offended. Yeah, they do. They are a little overly sensitive about everything, and the minute you say something that goes against them, they think that you're insulting them. You don't mean it that way. It's just that they take the version of what you're saying or the word or the literal meaning of it, and you're like, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to be, you know, say it in the least offensive way. Like now they got now the newest one, the L what is it, LGTB community. Yeah. Well, that's why I said you got to call them by their name, or you got to call them a person, or you got to call them. Well, now you don't even want to call them gender. You can't call them male or female because now it's whatever they identify as. I don't know. What is it? New one that they're in transition. They're oh, I don't know. So it's tough to keep up now. Someone's always objecting to certain terms. So yeah, like I said, I just call them by their name. Well, yeah. Do you ever remember the? Do you remember the old Saturday Night Live skit? It's Pat. Remember that one? They could never figure out what Pat was. Was it a guy or a girl? And you never knew what it was. They never revealed what Pat was. Because it was like it could go either way. So yeah, it was like that was the funny part. It's Pat. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, because sometimes they got the names that could be one or the other. Well, I don't necessarily have the questions. I just, that's just the way the things are nowadays. Or you can do like Crocodile Dundee. Do the check. Find out if it's a bloke or not. You know, he figured it out. He just reached down there, and if he found something, you know, okay, yeah, that's a bloke. That's not a woman. So I've been trying to tell you. That's a guy. Yeah. That was funny back in its time, but you can't do that anymore. So that's what I've been trying to tell you. It's a guy. No. No, it couldn't be. That's not Sheila? No. Swear to God, it's a guy. It's a guy dressed like a girl. Yeah, that was a funny movie. Crocodile Dundee, the first one. The last two weren't as funny. Yeah, they do that whenever they make sequels. Sometimes the sequels stink and all that. So I'm just waiting to. And then they do a reboot, and the reboot's usually not as good. That's a little different. Sometimes they shouldn't mess with the originals. Just leave them alone. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a whole different kind of world now. I don't know. It's like they actually have on a lot of the things that I've filled out lately, they'll have when they're looking for your information, they actually have a spot on there. It says name, birth date, et cetera, and it says sex, and it says male, female, or other. It actually says other on there. Well, yeah, to some degree, yes, but then there's also the extreme people that want to tell you all the time what they are and remind you what they are. And I mean, I'm all for that, but I don't like to be, told every 5 minutes what they are, or that they're people too, or things like that. I mean, I'm all for letting them be themselves, but I don't want it, I don't want to be reminded of it in my face every 5 minutes. You know? Yeah, that's the other thing too. Yeah, the vegan and the vegetarian, and how they want to tell you that they're the vegan and the vegetarian and stuff, and the difference between the vegan and the vegetarian. And they want to tell you that they're vegan. You can't have animal products of any kind. No cheese, no butter, no milk, nothing. Plants only. And the vegetarians just, okay, yeah, vegetables mostly. But occasionally they could have cheese and um, oil, fat. So yeah, it's a little different. But I don't like to be told all the time that they're vegan. The other thing is that kind of gets to me now is all this keto. Yeah, the keto, that's the other thing. Everybody's on the new keto diet, and you have to be keto friendly because that's a new trend now. You have to be keto, make special allowances for a keto diet, or the cauliflower crust, or the all these other things that get a little bit too, way too sensitive. And the way I look at it is if you're going to be that sensitive, cook for yourself. That's true. And you can't judge everybody, but I'm just saying, if you're going to be so critical about having to have things a certain way, going to restaurants and stuff, you're never going to get, you know, whatever it is that you want. True, but again, you know, if you're a true vegan or you're a true vegetarian, if you go to Burger King and you're expecting, a true vegan experience, you're not going to find it there. That's all I'm saying. You have Burger King, chances are there is going to be some burgers cooked on the grills. Hey, JD. How's it going? Yeah, so, it's not a gourmet thing. It's not a special. Although Burger King was considered at one time very flexible on special orders, back in the old days, you could have it your way at Burger King. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. You can have it your way at Burger King. Yeah, but now yeah, that's true. You know, yeah, you just don't eat them. Don't make a big deal about it. But then there are some people that like to get carried away and say a lot of unnecessary things about, remind you about their. Well, I could understand if it's a dietary thing, like if you're allergic to it, or um, something like you can't digest it or something like that. That's one thing. But if it's just something you don't like, don't order it. Don't eat it. But yes, if I understand though, if it's like peanuts or something that you're highly allergic to, or shellfish, and you could die if you eat it, or if you have anything around there, that's different. But I knew some people that were like that. I had one friend that would not eat anything green. And every time we went out to eat, he made a big announcement about it. So yeah, and every time we went there, man, he would complain. I don't want anything green on my plate. No green, period. He wouldn't have salad. He wouldn't have any kind of green vegetables. Nothing. And if it came with green, he didn't want it. So we'd go in there and he'd like order something, and like 9 times out of 10, he they didn't have something without some sort of green vegetable. Yeah, but he only ate like potatoes and like muffins or chicken. No kind of vegetables. No, You know, no green beans, no peas, no celery, no anything like that. He never had salad. So yeah, and then if you had Chinese food, fried rice, it had peas in it, that was out. Yeah. If you had green peppers in something, that was out. Yeah, so it was kind of difficult having to be work with something like that. And it wasn't that he was allergic, he just didn't like them. Yeah, I know there are some people that though are allergic to like everything. I know my mom worked with this one lady. She was allergic to everything, and the only thing she could have for sure that she wasn't allergic to was water. Everything else had something in it, so she couldn't have it. So she, it made going out almost impossible because it usually had something that she was allergic to. And I mean, you could have, you, I mean, think the only thing she could have was like water and washed lettuce, no dressing or no other vegetables on it. So yeah, that'd be tough. Well, some people don't want to eat healthy, I don't know. Some people like, fat, they like meat, they like all this flavor. Eating healthy is one thing. I couldn't do vegan thing. I have to have some kind of meat. It's just me. I could not go vegan. I mean, I'll have vegetables, but I won't have strictly vegetables. I don't know. I'm just I like the meat, chicken, fish, um, bacon. I mean, there's been times when I'll have like, I'll have a vegetarian like salad or um, vegetable soup or you know, like the other day I had French onion soup. So I do have occasionally I'll have something like that, but I wouldn't be able to be just vegan or vegetarian or whatever. And the fact that they do this the fake chicken, the fake beef. Hey, oh, how's it going? Sorry about that. I know, but unfortunately, people like to do that, and I don't have a control over it. That's just how society is. So, and it's not fair. No, it's not fair to judge the whole community by one person or one people that act out there. But it does happen. There are a lot of picky people out there, and when they go into a restaurant and they pitch a fit and they have trouble, it kind of does give a bad rep to certain people, and that's why the servers get a little bit annoyed sometimes. Yeah, when they get loud and object about everything and carry on about it, it makes it tough, especially from the people that are just trying to, serve them and accommodate them. So, so far it's good. Yeah, I was just we just having a discussion tonight. Yeah, that's true. I don't judge anybody else by what they eat either. you can eat whatever you want. The only thing I don't like is when the people tell you how you should eat healthy, or you should eat this, or you shouldn't eat this. I think that choice should be left up to the individual person, not not told what you need to do. I don't I I have a problem when people tell you what you should be doing, or what people say that you should be doing, or how you should be eating. I don't try to push my beliefs off on anybody, and I don't think I should be told what to do. I think it should be left up to the individual what to do or what to say. No. Same with all the other stuff, the religion, the politics, and all that. I don't like to be told who I need to be. Yeah, same with smoking. Yeah, smoking, or if you need to vote for this person, or if you need to do this, or if you need to go here and do this, because that's their opinion. I think everybody's own opinion and mind should be made up for themselves. Yeah, everybody has freedom of choice on what they want to do. And all you could do is it's different if you offer a suggestion or you tell people about stuff, but you know, don't push your opinion or your choice off on anybody. Leave it up for them to decide. That's like the same with the Jehovah Witness or something like that, when they come by and they want to talk to you about God. Well, if I wanted to know about it, I'd come to you and ask you about it. So, no. They always want to share the word of God with me. And I said, well, that's nice, but well, yeah, they're doing that over here now. Well, they're actually banning all the vaping things and all that stuff. So, I don't know. Yeah, they are. They're getting rid of all that because they're having trouble. People are dying over this vaping and chemicals. Hey, stop it. Tazzy. But yeah, they're trying to get rid of that whole thing. Yeah, the vaping, the whole anti-vaping thing. They're getting rid of the flavors is what they're doing, all these flavored chemicals. Yeah. Well, that for now, and eventually it might be the other thing too. Oh, really? Karens? Or they're called Jeffries. They're called Jeffries too. I wonder if you know that one. Bet you know that one. What's that from? Trivia question. What's that from? When life's well, how does that go? When life slips you a Jeffrey, stroke the furry walls, stroke the furry walls. Yeah, but you don't know that one. Stroke the furry walls, stroke the furry walls. Exactly. It's your total Jeffrey. Don't be such a Jeffrey. I love that movie too. But you guys are going, what's he talking about, man? What's he talking about? What's he going on about? They are. And Google is listening in on you too, so. No, no. Do you ever see, oh God, what's his name? Russell Brand? Get him to the Greek. That one was a funny one. He had the songs he was singing and the Furry Wall song and yeah. Yeah, and he was singing the Furry Wall song at the end. When life slips you a Jeffrey, stroke the furry wall. Stop it, Tazzy. He's bugging. Hey, stop it. Stop. Stop tapping me. I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I feel this tapping on my arm. And it's Tazzy. Stop it. He was sleeping here just fine and now he's bugging me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's that whole smoking and all that stuff is just, yeah, it's kind of going downhill. Yeah, they make people that smoke feel like, they're ostracized now. You can't smoke anywhere anymore. I don't know if they still have them at the airports. They have the smoker lounge. It's like a glassed-in area. They call it the smoker's aquarium. They have that in some of the casinos and stuff in the Indian casinos here, where they have a smoking section, and the one section of the casino is where all the smokers are, and the other one, they don't have any. It always hurts my eyes. Yeah, that's true. But what it is they don't know what's causing the problem, the chemicals and stuff. And so that's why they're trying to ban the flavored things, because apparently there's something in that that's causing people to die. They still don't know what it is yet. So I don't know. Till they can isolate it, I guess I have to cut it out. That's true. Yeah. I mean, when they're around them and the smoke and all the other stuff out there, it does. I mean, I noticed a difference because it's right here now, you can't smoke out in the bars, you can't smoke in the restaurants, you can't smoke anywhere. And then when I went to the Indian casinos where there's actually smoking allowed, I couldn't be in there very long because my eyes would start hurting from all the smoke. Because it's in the closed in environment, and the air circulation's not that good, and my eyes would hurt. And I could only be in there for a little while. So yeah, I had to either get out of there or go up to my room or go outside. But that's the way it is. Don't have much control over it, so go with what you do. And like I said, I don't want to have anybody set the policy, but that's what they vote for. Yeah. So yeah. What do I know? I go with the flow. I don't sweat the little stuff. I don't like to get into arguments over it. So what the people's policy is what the people's policy is, and they can only follow it. Yeah, Russell Brand. Yeah. I keep thinking of that other one he was in, Bedtime Story with Adam Sandler, jumping up and down on the alligator. No, riding up and down in the elevator. Yeah, he kind of fell out of favor now. He kind of not popular like he used to be. He was in everything for a while, and now he kind of, I don't know. Ever since that whole Katy Perry thing, and then they got divorced and all that, he kind of lost popularity. You don't see him in much anymore. He even had a show for a minute. Didn't last long. None. You don't see him in any movies anymore. I don't know. Flash in the pan, sometimes that happens. People fall out of favor, and then they don't want to book you anymore. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, there you go. Man, necks are itching. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, yeah, he got all kind of strange, I guess. Oh, really? Maybe he thinks he is. I don't know. Cold. It's cold here today. Yeah, but he had a bunch of movies that were funny. I like the Saving Sarah Marshall. That was in that one. And he's in a couple other ones, some bedtime stories. Okay. What was the other? The one he was in the remake of Arthur, but wasn't half as funny. I think that's when he kind of went downhill, got into the whole different thing, I guess. I don't know. You don't always see him much anymore. I guess he kind of went into a whole different thing. Yeah, well, yeah, it's because the circulation in the casino is not very good. And they can't clean out all that, not just smoke, it's dust from the carpet and from the, everything in there. So yeah, it's the dust and the air from the people breathing in there, I guess. That's the other thing that contributes to the eyes hurting. You don't get a good air circulation in there, and you get that musty, you know, the musty carpet and all the other stuff from the people in there. Can't clear the air out quick enough. Because like they said, when you go into those casinos, you don't know what time of day it is because there's no windows. They said that the only way you could tell the time, and they don't have clocks either. They said the only thing you know what time of day it is when the cocktail waitress comes around and she starts offering orange juice. Then you know it's morning time. Yeah, true. They say cocktails. What is it? Cocktails, drinks, sodas, orange juice. Oh, okay, it's morning time. Cocktails. Been a while since I've even been to a casino or had anything. The free drinks when they come around with that. I don't remember the last time I went. Probably at least 5 or 6 years ago. Now it's just too expensive to get there, too expensive to stay. Even if you get a deal on the rooms or you do a turnaround trip. Yeah, it's not like it used to be. They don't comp you anymore. The buffets are really expensive. Yeah, so it's a little different. Yeah. I haven't been to Vegas in like what? 10 years probably. 15 maybe. Yeah. Probably had been like, yeah, 15. I haven't been to Vegas in 15 years. No, it's not. It got canceled a while ago. The Russell Brand show. I think it got canceled quite a while ago. They had one, it was called Brand X. He had that for a minute too. The only thing was, I mean, he's only so funny. After a while, it's like, okay, not very funny anymore. And I think part of it is he was not funny enough to be on his own, to be the main character. He was usually a better sidekick or better. He is not. Where is he on? Where's the Russell Brand show? It may be on YouTube, but it's not on TV. Got canceled. It was a talk show too for a while. But I don't think he's on anymore. Maybe in reruns, maybe in syndication. I don't know. I haven't seen him. Haven't seen or heard from him. He's on a missing milk carton right now. Have you seen this? Yeah, Saving Sarah Marshall. Yeah, it was funny. I remember that one. And he was in a couple other ones too. I can't even remember. Yeah, Get Him to the Greek, Bedtime Stories, Arthur, a couple other ones. Can't remember now. But I haven't seen him in anything lately. I don't even remember the last movie I saw him in. Yeah, but every once in a while, he'll pop up on some like show or as like a host or you know, someone they want to talk to about stuff. I don't know. It's been a while. What time is it? Oh. Yeah, I think it's wow, it's already 4:30. Yikes. I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know what it was. The pudding paddle. I don't know. Could be taken more than one way. Yeah, okay, JD, thanks for stopping in. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be wrapping this up shortly because it's 4:30 and I need to get to bed eventually. Um, so thanks guys for coming by. Thanks for sticking by with the problem with the first one. I guess I don't know what happened with that one. It crashed on me, so I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'll probably be live on Friday night, Saturday morning. So take a look for that then, and guess I will see you guys next time. Take this off. It's hot. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And I will probably see you on Friday. Well, Friday night, Saturday morning. If I don't in between now and then. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. And it's always nice to see everybody here. And if I don't see you between now and the weekend, have a good weekend. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys? So there you go. I think Ruth Marie is on a delay. She's a little bit delayed on the thing. There's probably a lag, so when she gets this message, just let her know that I'm gonna be logging off, guys. So appreciate everybody coming in here tonight, and I will talk to you Friday. All right, guys. Yeah, you gonna be good, Tazzy? All right, guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to log off now and go to bed. All right. Talk to you guys later.